I would say that when listening the others here, during the 3 first days, it was about probably 8-9 hours. So it is much more tiring than practice myself at home. It is quite different. I try to keep a little bit my fingers all the time during the competition. Also, I have my travel cello here. But you know, after the long session, when you have heard many people play, your head is in this state that you are not able to do nothing. We are I think that the jury members are normally very used to do these feedbacks, but I know, and in my competition, in Paolo competition in Helsinki, we are doing that exactly the same time. But I don't think that somebody is liking that as a jury member. But we understand that this is very important, and it's helping probably them. We hope that it's helping them. But I am not always quite sure, not even about that, is it helping? Because it is very easy also that in the art that somebody is liking something and the other member is saying quite opposite, and it might be very confusing for the candidates. You know, when they are coming to lessons, the students, you are criticizing all the time, you are guiding them. But after the concert, when they gave everything with the program, which is practiced very well and during a long time, it's like a concert. It's not very beautiful to give us some critique about this. And indeed, if somebody is not going on in the competition, it's very sad work. I understand that it can be necessary, but it's very sad. And however, we are teaching all the time, but this is not. We feel that it is not the good point to teach them. But I hope that it's necessary. This is the habit now, almost in all competitions. But if if the jury members are liking this, no, I don't think so. But it is probably we are doing something positive. I hope so. It's very easy to see all the, let's say, faults as well, what these candidates have when they are playing on stage. But it is a little bit difficult to start to explain this because everybody has their own teachers. Sometimes the teacher probably has not said it or had said completely opposite, and that's why it's difficult. So, but we have to be careful. We have to be attentive. We have to be however sincere, and we try to help. In any way, the competition is made to help youngsters in pedagogical meaning. It helps their studying process, and probably it helps them also to come through to the future career. The competition is not for the art, I think so. It's for the sport and for so. But it helps somehow. As a teacher, I know that if I accept one pupil go to the competition, I am starting to prepare her or him probably very often during almost 1 year, and training the same program many months. Finally they are developing all the time, and sometimes they can find their top. What is the top? Then they are going to and they are performing the program, and even they have not having a big success, so they are not winning. Probably they are going out after the first round. But however, they have won something. They know actually what is their top and how to practice until their top shape, top form. And when they start with a new program, they know exactly how to practice and how far to practice to be ready to perform it. Discipline. And this is the experience, what is very important. It is teaching the pupils how to practice and how to know what is their today's best shape. And this is that. But as a phenomenal competition, it's a little bit crazy. for music. It's difficult to say. It is exactly if you have two great singers or so you are liking, but it is crazy to say who is better, Pavarotti or Carreras, because both are so. But we are in the jury working, we are obliged to say which is better. And this is a little bit crazy thing. That is what we are not liking. The theory is exactly the same thing. There's many people playing very well, and it's impossible to say who is better. It is very subjective. It's not objective. In the next competition, they are going, the jury is different, they can have a quite different solution. The success in competition, it depends. It depends who is in the jury and who is playing before and who is playing after. This is so subjective. It is nothing. Somebody who is winning today, it's possible that it's not even accepted to go to the final in the next competition if the jury is different and if the competitors are different as well. They all could play in final. They are already so chosen. They are chosen not only from 213 applications. Then they are choosing from 30, they are choosing from 12. And so they are able to do it. They have practiced and they have prepared the whole program. This is the bad thing, deprivating for the candidates that they are practicing very large program, and probably which is taking, let's say, playing time 1 hour or more, and they can only play 10 minutes and then out. And that's why the competitions, in my opinion, they are important. It's a teaching tool for the teachers. But we know how many good musicians came through and performing for the public without never being in a competition. It is possible as well. The way is a little bit longer, probably, and it asks more lucky happenings, so that you can replace somebody's ill and you can have an opportunity to play in this case. But just to get the engagements, very often you need a first prize somewhere. But we have to remark that there are so many competitions today that the first prize, it is no opening for the soloist career. Many different competitions today, only some important competitions. For me, finally, it's a very simple way. I will look when they are playing the first round. I will turn a little bit pages and look what they are going to play in the second round. If I have a feeling and I would like to listen their second round, I let them go to the second round. So finally, it's very easy. Well, but it consists, it is coming from many different things. But if you are interested to hear this going on, and you, once again, then you are very positive for this candidate. If you have a feeling, I will not hear. Everything is okay, everything, technique is fine, and everything works. But I would not listen this the second time. Then you let another go further. Normally the competition is to look for the soloists, because this the highlight of the competition is always this part. How is tomorrow here to play big, huge concerts, and this is only to be soloist in the music, on the field of music. This is only one small. It's the smallest section. And because then the main sections are chamber musician, orchestra musician, and pedagogue. And then the soloist is that. However, the youngsters, naturally, they are always thinking that it will be the dream to get this position. But finally, we are very realistic. If you are thinking the pianists or cellists or violinists, there are not many musicians in the whole world who can be only that soloist. Not many. It means that you have to have an engagement from the orchestras. There are not so many orchestras, so many new artists. In my time, when I started my career, so for 60 years ago approximately, when I had the possibilities, we were probably 50 times less the cellists. And the quantity of the orchestras now is not bigger than how it was for 60 years ago. But probably 50 times more cellists. It is a very strange phenomenon. So this, they dream to be soloist. It is, I think so, it is not so important. The whole thing is changed so that I can tell you that everybody who was accepted here in this competition from 213 candidates, everybody of these 38 cellists, they could probably be prize winner or finalist for 50, 60 years ago in every competition. They are so much more skillful today than earlier time, but they are so many, the quantity is so multiplied so many times how it was for 50. I think so that just to tell you why the development in cello is so fast. I think so that it came from Asia. I have been a lot in Asia teaching there as well, because they start very early. The discipline of working is huge there comparing Europe or America. And they get results very young. And if the others like to be competitive, make a competition with them, they have to start to practice a lot also in Europe and in America. And practicing and big devoting for the instrument, for their instrument, it is natural, it is hiring the standard and the level of playing. And that's why I say that it is thankful Asian people, they were forcing us as well to practice a lot. But it means that with practicing, you can hire your on certain level, and it means the technical level. But then artistic level, this is another thing. And I can't see any big development on this artistic field. On the technical, on skill level, it is a huge. And that you can do with the work. This is the same problem now how it was 4,000 years ago, or for 300 years ago. It depends on our heart, soul, knowledge, everything. But the hands are working much better today. that is quite sure. In artistic meaning, the way today's humans, we have almost sometimes more problems than earlier time. I think so, sometimes. And for young people, this time is certainly sometimes more difficult to grow up because of this diversity of possibilities, and it makes confused everybody. I think so that after this, by musicians also, that everything is available in internet and everything, so it's making them confused, and that we can remark very often in competition.
Really?
People, they are trying to take one good thing from one artist and another good thing from another artist, and so on, trying to put to themselves that it is the best things from the others, and it is not working. This is their own person, and then try to transmit it, and then we start the difficulties because everybody is different. life is different, and born is different, and the background is different, and nature gave us different possibilities, different gifts as well. And this is everything we have to consider. And then this is the problem of our life. I think so that it was probably sixth time now from 8, because I think that I missed one competition, and then 6th or 7th time. It's a pleasure that I was from the beginning. So I have seen very well this development, and I have seen how this competition is very popular. It is very seldom that one competition has so many applications. And what was very significant, and we are proud as a cellist that in Enescu competitions, there were more applicants for cello than for violin. And the relationship between cellist and violinist, this is a little bit like in orchestras. They are about 30, 40 violinists and maximum 10 cello. And this is normally that. Yeah. And so we are very happy, and cello is extremely popular. And that is also why these Asian countries, indeed Japan and China and South Korea, they are producing so many good cellists, because this instrument is very popular, indeed in South Korea. So it is the time of Casals. There were probably almost only one cellist playing concertos in front of the orchestra, almost that. And now, this is so many. So this is that we are, as a cellist, we are very proud and happy. But why not? Why not? We have to remark one thing, that also the repertoire has helped it. When I studied my years I studied in Paris Conservatoire with this time great maestro Paul Tortelier. It was one of the leading cellists in the world. My teacher has in the fingers playing all the time probably 10 cello concertos. Today's cellists, you have to be prepared for 40, approximately 50, 40 cello concertos you can play. And after the Second War, it means during 78 years, 8 years, if you like, every most prominent composers has composed for cello more than for the other instruments. And this is why. Because since Casals, the great maestros like Casals, like Rostropovich, and everybody, the cellists proved for the composer that we can use the whole range of our instrument technically very well. We can go from the lowest sound to the highest sound without difficulties. And it is inspiring the composer to compose, because they have no limits in the voice, in the sound. That's true. And that's why cello is the most rich instrument, traditional instrument for modern music. All the performing sites here venues are excellent. The whole atmosphere, I like it. Organization is extremely professional. And so I think that this is special for me, that it's a pleasure to work here. And I think so that for the candidates also, because this number of applicants, it's very important. It is very seldom. I don't know if any other competition can have so many applications. So you can be very happy in Bucharest and for Enescu cello competition. And then it is a big pleasure to remark that how my my wife is saying when she's working here in town that he can see all over that the Enescu competition is in the town because of the posters, because of the panels, for the everything. And this is very special, extremely special. It gives something so nowhere you can say if there's some big competition is there, nowhere. It's just in the concert hall. But here is in the town. So they are flags. And this is, I congratulate you. It is something what we, some probably positive aspect from older time, what is now a little bit gone. Only that the culture, you can show also the culture out, and not only business. This is, I remark here in Bucharest, this is a very sympathetic. So